Here I'm going to show what it looks like to create a recurring Zoom class on both the browser and the app. I'll start first with the browser option. After you've already personalized your settings, we can go up to Schedule a Meeting. I'm going to title my class Period 3, Spanish 1. I'm going to make this a recurring meeting. I'm going to change from daily to no fixed time. The waiting room is optional and modifiable. My personal preference is to uncheck it so that I do not have to admit every single student as they come into the room. You may want that setting for your personal preferences. I have no passcode. I do want the host and the participant to both be able to see video. For audio, you'll select both telephone and computer audio. For the Enable Join Before Host option, I leave that unchecked because I do not want students to enter the room before me. I personally choose to mute participants upon entry. You can also select to only allow Natomas Unified email address based accounts to enter the room. With this option, if someone attempts to enter the classroom with a non-Natomas Unified email address, this is the only message they'll see upon attempting to enter the classroom, a notification advising them to sign in with an authorized email address. To make sure students know how to avoid or navigate this issue, it might be good to address to students that they will only be able to log on with a Natomas Unified based email address issued by the district. You can now click Save. If you'd like to put your Zoom link into your Google Classroom, you can copy it here. You can click and drag. Once it's highlighted, if you're on a Windows computer, you can press Control and C as in Charlie at the same time to copy the link. If you're on a Mac computer, you can press Command C to copy. You can go to your Google Class. I'll click to enter. You can type what you'd like here. It can also be modified later on. To paste your Zoom link here, if you're on a Windows computer, you'll press Control V as in Victor at the same time to paste your link. If you're using a Mac, you'll press Command V as in Victor at the same time to paste your link. You can now save that by selecting Post. From here, students now have a direct link to enter the Zoom classroom. Going back to the Zoom browser, the teacher has access to the meetings under the Meetings link. Here you have all of your recurring meetings. To create a recurring Zoom class through the app, I'll open the app. I'll go to Schedule. For the topic, I'll change it to Period 5, for example, Spanish 1. I select Recurring Meetings. I have no passcode. Once again, my preference is to have no waiting room so that I do not have to admit every individual student upon entering the classroom. That is optional and modifiable. You do want the host and the participants to be able to see video. For audio, we select both telephone and computer audio. Since it's a recurring meeting, I'm not going to be needing any reminders anywhere, so I select Other Calendars. Here you'll select Advanced Options. For the Enable Join Before Host option, I leave that unchecked because I do not want students entering the classroom before me. I choose to mute participants upon entry. You can also select to only allow Natomas Unified email address based accounts to enter the room. Here we'll select Save. Once again, if you'd like to put your Zoom link in your Google Classroom, you can click and drag your mouse or mousepad to highlight the link. Once the link is highlighted, if you're on a Windows computer, you press Control C at the same time to copy. If you're on a Mac computer, you'll press Command and C at the same time to copy. Now we can minimize and go back to our classroom. I select my class, click to enter. Once again, you can type what you'd like here. It can also be modified later on. To paste your Zoom link here, if you're on a Windows computer, you'll press Control V as in Victor at the same time to paste your link. If you're using a Mac, you'll press Command V as in Victor at the same time to paste your link. You can now save by selecting Post. From here, students now have a direct link to enter the Zoom classroom. I'll minimize and go back to the Zoom app. In order to see my meetings, I can select Meetings. And here you have your meetings. From here, you can start your class, or you can select the Edit button in order to go back and modify your meeting settings. This concludes the lesson on how to create recurring Zoom meetings via the web browser or the Zoom app.